Y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess, honey. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Skyler by Nature TV, and we're here for another episode of Yes for the Mess, and we're here to talk about T.I. and Sabrina Peterson once more, okay? Now, y'all know I just did a video about this whole situation regarding T.I., Tiny, Sabrina Peterson, and Shekinah Joe jumping her ass into the mix. Now, for those of you who are just now tuning in to Yes for the Mess, this is where I talk about celebrity gossip or anything that's entertainment gossip. You also should know that whenever I do a Yes for the Mess, I always have to cite my sources. Just like when you do a paper in English 3 or English 4 and you have to do an annotated bib and cite your sources. This is basically what I'm about to do. And the source is the Neighborhood Talk. Now, we already know what's been going on with Sabrina Peterson and T.I. She alleged that T.I. pulled a gun out on her and all of this other stuff, and that then Tiny came in, defended her husband, debunked all the claims, and said that Sabrina was hanging out with them, which she was. Sabrina was asking T.I. to mentor her 2 sons and all of this other stuff. So that's what she said. And then Sabrina came back with a video basically going off on Tiny and T.I. And then Shekinah came out with her own video on Instagram Live going in on Sabrina, basically alleging that she had her own sexual tryst with T.I. and Tiny. She basically wants Tiny for herself. She never liked T.I. The reason why she beat up Bernice is because she replaced her as their threesome partner. That's what the T is around here. All alleged, because I don't know these folks and I gotta say alleged to cover my own damn self, okay? So, and with all of this mess going on, it's getting even worse. Now, Sabrina has brought a couple of women forward that have had experiences with both T.I. and Tiny. T.I. and Tiny have both been trending on social media about allegedly drugging and taking advantage of underage girls, even porn stars and such. And the Neighborhood Talk has an audio of Sabrina Peterson talking to this woman that allegedly had a threesome with T.I. as far as some other situations with T.I., Tiny, and some other females. Now, I'm going to play the audio for you guys, and like I said, it came from the Neighborhood Talk. Shout out to Kyle. And after I play the audios for you, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the situation. Let's get into it.
People don't understand about narcissists is that sex is just a tool for them. But he had sex with me all night. So I probably had sex with him like 10 times during those 12 hours that I was there. He sent people to my house twice. Running a smear campaign. Years ago, Tiny kicked me off a video shoot.
How many girls were there?
So it was me, him, Tiny, Roxy Reynolds, and another girl. But from the beginning, the other girl left because he told us, he said, we like to feel a certain way. Everybody got to take a pill. And the other girl immediately was like, no, I'm not doing that. And me and Roxy, we was kind of contemplating for a minute, like, this got, LSD, this got messy or whatever. And he was like, either do it or not. So we did it. We did it the first time. I started breaking down, and the other, and all, so like the other 5 he put in my mouth. And I can remember telling him, I was like, no, I can't take, like, I was so high and out of it. I'm like, just like this. I'm like, I can't do no more. He was like, shh, be quiet, and popped it in my mouth.
Okay, now that was the audio from the Neighborhood Talk. Now I have a Twitter thread here with a couple of screenshots from the Tiny, T.I., and Sabrina, Drug-gate situation. Now, I'm going to read some of these posts from the page called, is at HBICRBG. That's the name of the page. Now, it says, the official thread of the Glam University screenshots of T.I., Tiny, Shekinah, rape and drug scandals. Hashtag Tiny, hashtag T.I., hashtag the Glam University. Let me read some that's Okay. Yes, it is true. Years ago, T.I. and Tiny kicked in my next door neighbor's door and beat and kidnapped her husband. We found her kids in the closet. The police was called. We gave a statement that stated his name and the guy that was from the apartment's name, Quick. It was like 3 o'clock in the evening, and so we could see him clear as day. These people still suffer to this day. You can post my DM. I am not afraid. I don't know what he gave them. They left for a few months and came back and moved again. She returned at least 3 times, but she never did. Then the Glam University posted, I was speaking about my own experience, and I didn't know it would open up this level of pain and how much they have done to our community. Then somebody else posted something and said, fun fact, I met at Trouble Man 31 almost 16 years ago next month here in Colorado for the All-Star Weekend. We ended up lost backstage at a free concert he gave at Nike Town. VIP and stage were upstairs. The crowd was downstairs. This was my B-Day weekend. I was 16 and best friend was 15. We were pressured for sex and to take drugs with him and his team knowing we were underage. Why didn't we ever say anything? Because we were young, underage. You were a superstar dropping in our little town and we weren't supposed to be there, so we internalized it as it was our fault. No, we didn't do the drugs, nor did we stay around to get raped. We were smart and got away, but at Major Girl, you shouldn't speak for a man whose actions have destroyed and harmed so many. Thank you at Glam University for speaking up for ones who never had a voice to speak up about this man, and for those who didn't even realize we were victimized. I've met a few celebrities over the years and have almost been raped by them or their team regularly. I'm glad that we are no longer idolizing these men and calling them out on who they are. Sorry, but I will always stand for what's right, and I stand with my sister. They rape girls with toys so high they couldn't keep their heads up. I say fucking dead bodies. How it seemed, but saying everybody was a victim, but they knew young girls were starstruck, and this makes me want to throw up. I'm so proud of you. What you mean dead bodies? These girls were so high that it seemed like they were dead. They were limp out their bodies. Oh my God, when was this? It lasted a couple of years ago, at least 2013. Ongoing, I've seen Tiny have sex with his friends. You weren't lying, because this is very true. Suitcases full of sex toys. Weird demand. An enabler supports the narcissist's insistence on control, inflated persona, exaggerated entitlement, and abusive behavior by unquestionably accepting his or her version of reality and not standing up to his or her abuse, hiding or cleaning up his or her messes, acting as an apologist for him, her, and blaming others for his or her behavior. I think that's all I'm gonna read from that Twitter thread, because I'm sick to my fucking stomach, okay? Like, I'm just gonna be 100% real. Now, I know that a lot of people are going to sit up here and say, well, why are they just now coming out? Why are they doing this? Why? And it's things like that is the reason why people don't come out with their stories. And I think that's really ridiculous that people do that a lot. Like, y'all don't have the right to question anybody's reasoning for doing it. People don't come out because people question them a lot all the time. Now, I may be a little bit naive, but I kind of believe this shit, honestly. And y'all know I love Tiny. She's a part of one of my favorite R&B groups, and I love T.I.'s music. But I gotta call a spade a spade. This shit don't look good. It don't look right. And you are just as bad as fucking R. Kelly to me if that's the case. Because if this is really true, all this shit is fact, then y'all, something need to be done to y'all. Because it's not cool to be forcing women to take drugs and shit like that. But then again, you're gonna have people out there that's gonna say these bitches were hoes. They knew what the fuck they were doing when they knew how they got down, all this other stuff. So I don't know. I mean, I kind of believe this shit is true. The more shit comes out, the more people speak out, the more I feel like this shit could be possibly true. To be honest, what do you guys think? Let's talk about it below. I read some of the thread from the Twitter thread. I played the video from the neighborhood talk, so I want to know what you guys think. Let's talk about it below. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And also, not only that, if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, please look at it below. Both Twitter and Instagram handles are below. And I am out of here, y'all. Till my next video. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.